All right, so this is the mono white deck that has been seeing play a little bit. They talked about it on early deck lists. I went 5-1 or something in the last prelim. I forget. Yeah, the standard challenge from the 25th. This is the 5-1 list. So the general idea for the deck is you've got Heliod as a 3-drop. You've got a bunch of things that care about life gain. You have a bunch of things that have lifelink with another ability stapled on, such as flying, which is so you get a little evasion. You get this dummy where it's every time you have a dude enter the battlefield or die, you gain a life, blah blah blah. So you just like play creatures, make things huge, and fucking smash, right? Hushbringer, it's a lifelink creature. It does turn off the Daxos gain life on ETB, but not die. So like a little bit of a nombo there, but outside of that, this card's probably pretty nuts. There's a bunch of stuff in the format that it turns off. So I'm down with this. The Heliod, you got Banishing Lights as a removal spell. It's also Devotion. Gideon Blackblade, which is more devotion and also just a way to just fucking just push some damage, extra lifelink, extra indestructible, whatever you need. This card actually seems pretty good in this deck. Unknown card from fucking Eldraine that no one thought would ever see any play and is now possibly one of the most busted cards in the format. Like, so you just play this and turn everything sideways. Each creature attacking gives a separate trigger. So every time you have a creature attack, each creature attacking gives you an extra +1/+1 counter. So like this card is pretty nuts. Also, like it's 3 white pips to just turn Heliod on for devotion. And then you get this nutty little Ajani to just do the whole thing. The cool thing about this deck, and this Ajani in particular, is like his ultimate, you can literally just pop his ultimate off as soon as it lands, assuming your game plan is going the way you want it to, right? Like you're gaining a shitload of life. If you got 15 more life than your starting life total, you can exile Ajani for 0, and then each artifact and creature your opponent controls. So if you have a creature mirror at all, like you can just completely mop up the entire board with this. Which is nuts. This card is 100% should be a 4 in this deck. Like this is an insane card here for this deck. Sideboard, nothing too spicy. You've got Devout Decrees to fight black and red creatures. It's possible I want some more of these in the sideboard. A couple Glass Caskets, so just kind of split your removal. The Glass Casket being extra devotion pips like makes this like super great as a removal spell, like that and Banishing Light. I'm not really sure entirely the role of this guy for standard at least. I don't, outside of just being white 2/3 flyer, I really don't know what this does. So I'm a little bit lost on his inclusion in the sideboard. If somebody can clue me in, that would be sweet, because I couldn't think of anything that was super exciting for this. More Gideons, some Elspeths, and then this card too. This card's actually been taking standard by storm too, and I'm wondering if there should be more of these in there. Like all of the modes on this card are super good. Exiling a permanent, a tempo play against the decks where you care about this. Like everyone's playing non-creature spells. There's all sorts of random shit. There's planeswalkers, removal spells. Like there's a bunch of weird shit that stops. Like I've been on the wrong side of this a few times, and it's actually super fucking annoying to deal with the second act of this, like more so than I thought it would be. Yeah, we're gonna play some standard, man. And then the third one, you get back a creature or planeswalker cards. You can get back either Ajani or you can get back Heliod and just go nuts. So I still don't know if I want this. Got all 4 Banishing Lights. I can add an extra Elspeth Conquers Death. I'm trying to think of like what decks this actually has problems with, and I'm not really sure what those decks are. I guess I won't sweat it too much. This is good for the mirror. You just need like a 2/3 flyer to block the Healer's Hawk or something. You want answers to Hushbringer. This doesn't. Oh, so you're saying instead of playing another Elspeth Conquers Death, you want to have another like Glass Casket or something to answer the Hushbringer? But like we play our own Hushbringer. We don't even need answers. We can just make bigger Hushbringers. I think I'm just gonna give this a whirl as it is. I mean, like Honestly, it is. This is a pile of draft chaff. It's a whole deck full of commons and uncommons, forgotten fucking rares like this and Hushbringer, stuff that was probably $1 or less before this became a thing, and then a Johnny and Heliod, and like the rest of this deck is like basically fucking free. Like she's like sub $10 for a Planeswalker. Like none of this shit is crazy expensive. Let me update the Stream Decker real quick. All right, Stream Decker should be updated. I'm gonna get color screwed. There is a single mobilized district, so I'm well aware that playing the single mobilized district means that this fucking Linden is always going to be cast on turn 4 or later because I'm always going to have this fucking mobilized district. I even saw it and I was like, oh, that card looks pretty good. Maybe I should play another one. And I was like, no. We're not doing this to ourselves. All right, let's jump in. Let's hope people are actually playing standard leagues tonight. Standard prelim. Number of participants 0. What's this? Oh, it starts in 18 hours. That's tomorrow. Let's jump on in, play a league match. You know, you're right. There might be a little bit of racism happening in this deck. A little superiority power or something. I don't know. I didn't make it. Don't blame me. Blame David Duke. This hand seems fantastic. I'm gonna keep. Also, apologies for eating. I just got out of the gym, so I didn't have time to eat before stream. I'm not apologizing for the beer, though. You can all watch that and be envious. Tangrams. Who is Tangrams? That's a person. I feel like that's somebody I should know. Ooh. All these unmatching basics. I'm sure it's gonna piss some people off. It is a microwavable power bowl. It is not exciting. Probably should have yielded to that. Throw spiral, sure. We're playing against some ramp. Twitter Tangram. Something called a David Inglis. Okay. I said the name's familiar. I don't recognize who it is. Guess we just jam this. Fucking questing beast. We ain't blocking. How we doing this? I think we're just gonna make a... Yeah, we don't have Heliod, so we're doing this. This gains life. Triggers. We seal to this one too. We're gonna leave Daxos back just because. If they block here, like they trade, right? This dies, triggers this. I end up with a 4/4. So do all these in the stack. Always yield to Daxos. And we are getting a little bit close to the point where we could be afraid of what they're doing, but so far, not so much. Like, this thing is just fucking huge. We're gonna play a Pride Mate and make a Pride Mate on this next turn. The Castle Ardenvales too, like we could just activate that and just put counters on things. Creating a Johnny's Pride Mate. Going big. So my dudes are huge. Yeah, it's not gonna really change much. I'm gonna put all these triggers in the stack. It's fucking annoying though. Questing Beast not blocking. I mean, Questing Beast did attack, but yeah, it's not blocking duty. Like, this seems like a pretty insane turn 5. Our hand is empty. A Johnny is still active. Like, he can just gain life next turn. We haven't even gained that much life, honestly. We've gained 9 life total, and like, look at what our board state is. Like, we have a 9/9, a 5/5, a 6/6, and we've lost a 5/5 that would be huge already. We've just got this big fucking idiot. He was a 2/7. Like, I don't know what kills this thing. All right. So I gotta look at what the blue-green decks. I'm still like super fucking rusty on these ramp decks. So there's a blue-red-green ramp deck. He did play he did play something that targeted his lands, but I don't know if this is something I really care to do anything with. Like, it's entirely possible that we don't even bother moving things. I might bring in the Elspeth Conquers Death just so we can exile the Titans if we need to. The L-Seeds. No black or red. Around the draw, I could reasonably see boarding out 2 of these instead of the Banishing Lights. This will give us a 6 1-drops. This is having no evasion, being on the draw, a little bit less good. Yeah, Elspeth Conquers Death like seems like a no-brainer to me. Do I want more Gideons? I probably don't want more Planeswalkers. More Planeswalkers gives me more... no, I don't want that because they've got the fucking Questing Beast. So I don't want to deal with fucking Planeswalkers. Why did I cast the Hawk instead of just making a token? Because I played the Hawk, I played Najani Pride Mate. Let's backward. I cast an Najani Pride Mate, I made an Najani Pride Mate, and then I cast the Healer's Hawk. I did 3 fucking things in that turn. I didn't have mana to activate the dude. This gets a little bit awkward. Maybe I should have boarded out some Hushbringers. So there becomes a problem if I play a Hushbringer and they fall up with an Uro. So I need to be a little bit careful. Hushbringer's gonna be one of the last things I think I end up playing here. That was his upkeep stop. Oh, cool. Healer Hawk. There we go. Now we have a curve. So, Hawk, Pride Mate, attack. Next turn, Linden, attack with both, and we'll have a 4/4 turns into a 5/5. Oh, shit. No, turn off auto yields. Shit, I fucked that up. I accidentally clicked one button too many. So that was a mistake. Let's just do this. That was embarrassing. So we should have a 3/3 Pride Mate right now. We fucked that up. I say we. I mean me. Wicked Wolf, what are you fighting? Fight the Pride Mate? Sure. This does make me wish that I had played the Hushbringer, but I think we're past that point. Nisa. Okay. I don't think I am ready to trade. I think I'm probably happy taking damage here. So the real question... I think we just make a primate. Might get blown out a little bit here. I think now we'll attack the thing. I don't know if that's correct. We'll make a 4-4. We'll make a 5-5 after the hawk connects. It's just a 4-4 if I don't attack with Linden. I kind of want to pressure the Nissa. They only have 2 cards left in their hand, so they either have to have additional lands if they block, or they'll have to have gas to dig them back out. Like, if they have a Hydrocrisis, I'm probably just fucked here. Yeah, this signals me probably being fucked with the Hydrocrisis, but... I'm hoping their hand is garbage. That would be the ideal. Alright, well, I'm gonna block the temple. Okay. That is a pretty good draw. So this triggers the Ajani. We're probably going to... I assume they're just making a food and blocking with the goose at this point. I don't know what else they could be holding on to. We'll send that at Nissa, and we'll send that at their face. Thought they were blocking there for a second. I was like, that's fucking weird. Yep. Cavalier of Thorns, sure. Oh, fuck, it's got reach. Why it got reach, man? Why is it gotta have reach? Maybe they should just jam the Hushbringer. I said I was kind of afraid of them just like playing Uro like on curve after I played a Hushbringer, but their hand didn't play out like that, so I got a little bit punished for not trying to jam this fucking Hushbringer. Blast Zone. Not sure Blast Zone is problematic. I don't think that actually triggers. Yeah, it doesn't. So what happens? We attack. They can sack the food. 4, 9, 12. Can make it into... 10, 11, 12, 13. We're going to lose the Healer's Hawk if we do this, but I think that's probably fine. It makes the Ajani's Primate big enough. They can't try to kill it, so I just got to fight through all their shit now. If we lose Linden in combat, I have another one to just play, so I think that's fine. And I really just hope their last card is not a fucking Uro. If they just get to play a 3-mana Uro next turn, kind of bones us a little bit. I guess there's actually a world where Daxos might die here too. It would take some work on their part, I think. No, okay. They're letting Nissa die. That is not what I expected to have happen. So they're going to wipe up these 3 things. We'll get 3 more life gain triggers on this. It feels kind of like they're just holding on to lands. This is a non-ideal draw. So this gets them back either Nissa or Crassus, depending on what they want. They choose nothing? They didn't top anything? Okay. I am not entirely sure if I should be blocking here. 7-10, we'll go to 17. You draw something that is not a land here. There is a land. Just going after his face with the Johnny. Guess I should have put one more creature in so they had to block. They still have no cards right now, so it's not super amazing for them to have a Nissa right now. So really need them to just draw lands and not spells like we're doing. Cool. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna take the damage here. Ooh, we are in some trouble here. Attack. Guess I can just attack their face with this one. I know what's going to happen is I'm going to choose to block a land next turn with this Linden, and I'm going to draw a Heliod the turn after. Okay, they want the Hushbringer to go away. Alright, both players drawn nothing but lands. Alright, we're gonna block this. We'll take 7, we'll go to 6. I fucking knew it. This is still fine because we give this thing lifelink and it makes it pretty impossible for us to die from here. So we just run the Johnny against their fucking face for the rest of the game. Attack Tangrams, attack Tangrams. This thing lifelink. So we'll gain 22 life here. Sure, Hushbringer. I'm gonna beef this Hushbringer up. Alright, so board state looks a little bit better for us right now. A single Primate might just carry us home. I don't know that they have... They drew a spell. I'm just wondering what their good answers are for the Primate. I still haven't, like, parse through these decks too hard here. Could be playing a Gadwick, but the Hushbringer stops that. They've got Black Splash, which I don't think they do. Come get me, man. I don't think your damage matters right now. Back. I need to make sure that Nissa doesn't do anything here. Okay. Forgot that thing was on 2. This does get a little bit problematic. I guess if they ultimate this, not so much. Oh, look at you. Subbing and everything. I don't know why I didn't show up in my mini feed. Thanks for the sub, Werner. You're my best friend. You know that? I draw in a Johnny... 5 mana, ultimate... They have another Nissa in their hand. That'd be really unfortunate if they have another Nissa in their hand. They have another Nissa and we don't draw straight gas. We're gonna get fucked here. I honestly haven't played that much. Yeah, that's fucking bad. Alright. So here come indestructible 3/3s with vigilance. Alright, we can still win if we draw a... So we're still going to gain all the life off of this. It's going to take them a while to still kill us through this. So let's pump the Heliod up a little bit here. the mono black deck with Bola Citadel has seemed one of the nuttier decks in standard right now to me. If you put a Bola Citadel on the table and your life total is like above fucking 10, like the things you can do are disgusting. Hydro Crisis. They gotta be a little bit careful here because they could actually mill themselves out if they draw too many cards. They're at 25, and us getting 25 plus life a turn like could easily keep them from getting close to killing us in this game. They do also have a full grip though, so the one card that would be nuts here would actually be an Ajani. This is not on Arena because I don't have all the cards. This, however, is going to make me concede. Holy shit. Okay. What are things I might want? 3 or less. I don't care about that. Light. Trying to think of what else I could want here. The Hushbringer might have been better than I originally thought. It should have landed it earlier. The Banishing Lights might be important. Is it worth playing Banishing Lights over something else? Knock. A lot of things that fly, but I still don't want to get rid of the Healer's Hawks. So I'm going to cut down on the 1-drops a little bit. Yeah, if I wanted to drop some money, I haven't played Arena since War of the Spark. I kind of like dumped it because I was getting really pissed at what shit they were doing. I probably should start playing Arena again. So they did launch the new streamer... I forget what the fuck they call it. There's some like streamer program that they've got going on. It's a little bit annoying because you have to use streamer elements to be part of it. But they would offer some support in the term of like gems and stuff like that for just streaming and hitting certain challenges and stuff like that. So this hand was a little bit slow. This fucking Healer's Hawk is gonna piss me off. Oh, annoying draw right there with that Healer's Hawk. Stream and get you mythic. I'm not fucking streaming on your account. Fuck that. If I'm gonna stream, I'm gonna get myself mythic and actually try to get one of the invites. But here, I'm actually paying for mana traders, so I've already got access to all the cards. We're gonna slam Heliod. Attack with Healer's Hawk. Next turn we get to play Linden and attack with Heliod and the Healer's Hawk and just make some giant fucking dudes. So I am on board this current game plan. Nissa? Nope. That's still fine. So we attack like this. Swing, triggers, yield. Make a 3/3 Healer's Hawk. Make a 4/4 Healer's Hawk. So we are like super aggro plan here, which feels good. Let's put this on Linden since we've already gained life this turn. So our team is huge right now. If we draw a land, we get to play Hushbringer and Banishing Light next turn. Them playing a Growth Spiral makes me feel real fucking good about this turn right this second. You say that was your chance to get an invite? Alright, Yeah, I'm just gonna play this. Get rid of that. And they scooped. Cool. So deck feels powerful. We petered out a little bit in game 2. We drew a lot of lands. They drew a lot of lands. They just had a Nissa on board as well. And then they took our giant fucking Johnny's Primate. So I'm trying to think. It's very probable that there was a turn that I hit him in the face. Yeah, I hit him in the face multiple times with the Hushbringer. I could have pecked the Missa, which would have bought us a lot more time before that ultimate went off. So I probably should have done that and not pecked him, in the face. Hey Werner, fun fact. I don't know if you found a place to live yet, but apparently I have to move, so it's a good thing you didn't try to take my couch. They're trying to sell the house I'm renting, so my lease is up on the 31st of March, so I gotta fucking find a new place to live. That was my reaction too. Get a place with an extra bedroom. If I do that, I will certainly let you know. I'm gonna be looking for places starting tomorrow. Whoa! Don't tempt me. Don't you dare tempt me. But you've got to be Little Spoon. That's my only thing. You're playing Big Spoon. I've never been cuddled by somebody bigger, so I need that out of you. This hand seems pretty gas. We're on the draw, so it's pretty likely we hit our third land, and this hand just fucking just takes off. So the obvious start is Healer's Hawk. I think we go Healer's Hawk, Hushbringer, and then hope to hit Heliod. Stop trying to do things on their upkeep. Temple of Triumph. I do not know what that means. So Driggers is making a comment telling us we should be playing that new legendary white creature. It's like a 1 white for a 3/3. Whenever it attacks, all of your other creatures become 4/4 indestructible creatures. I don't know if that's worth playing or not, but maybe. Visual Storyteller. Shimmer of Possibility. What is this? Is this Fires? So, yeah, it's gonna be Jeskai Fires. Okay. So, things to be concerned about. They play Deafening Clarion and Time Wipe. I'm not sure I even care. I guess if I play a Hushbringer... If I play Hushbringer and get Deafening Clarion, it'll feel bad. If I play Alseed... Won't feel as bad if I get Clarion next turn, and it takes him off of like a good turn 3 drop to play. Because their only other turn 3s are Teferi. So if he plays a Teferi, or they play a Teferi and down tick, they just kind of get stuffed here. Vanishing Light seems super risky in this matchup because they're playing 4 Teferis. I'm not sure how that plays out. The Elspeth Conquers Death's probably fucking nuts in this matchup, though. Alright, they shocked. Blue, white, blue, Teferi! Sure. What are you doing with said Teferi? You gonna try to bounce something? Nope, going up. Probably smart. Alright, so we are jamming Heliod. We're gonna go to combat. We're gonna make some big old fatties. I say big old fatties like I made some big old fatties, but they're not that big right yet. Sure. A little bit unfortunate. Makes it pretty impossible to turn Heliod on for next turn. I assume there's a fires coming down this turn. Yep, so fires plus what? Fires and Clarion. Okay. Alright, so we've drawn a land. We're still crazy off tempo. I'm gonna Banishing Light the fires just because I feel like leaving it in play is bad. Will they play another fires? Tell me to fuck off? Ooh, okay. Shimmer possibility. Alright, cool. So this is good. Play Heliod. And we play Hushbringer. So even if they have a Cavalier or something to play this turn, this turns off part of the Cavalier, which I think is a win. Then we get to play Gideon, try to make some combat happen. Okay, I thought they were responding for a second. I was like, what are you doing? Five. Kenrith, sure. So Kenrith, put a creature. So they've got no creatures yet. Not entirely sure what they can do with some of that. Another target creature. So target Heliod. And I think we just give it lifelink. We're gonna go to combat. So we're gonna pump the shit out of this thing. It gets out of Deafening Clarion range. And play this one. So it's possible they can take us off Devotion next turn by they can Clarion and attack, which could prove problematic. I guess they have a couple plays. They can Clarion, they can Time Wipe, or they could Teferi. All three of those things will put us off a little bit and kill the Gideon. So they've probably got some interesting choices to make. We, however, do not have that many interesting choices to make. We are just face rolling here. I wonder if I should have just given Heliod Vigilance, if that would have been better. Maybe not, though, because like the 3/4 Hushbringer can just take this home. Like, even if they kill my small Hushbringer and the Gideon this turn, we're still cracking for 3, so they're on a pretty short... Well, maybe not, because they can just gain 3 life every turn. Less of a short leash than I'm thinking. Yeah, so there goes Gideon. So we need to draw like a Linden or something like that. A Linden would be a pretty good draw. Does Linden kill them? They pay 3, game 5, go to 14. Linden does 8, 9, 10. No, it doesn't kill him. Just off by a couple points. Oh. I see. Oh, it's got lifelink because of the Clarion. But you're a Linden. So, not amazing still. Linden turns on the Heliod. We get to go to combat. So, we're gonna go do some things and stuff. We have 2 triggers, which gives us 2 counters. They're just gaining 3 life. Sure. They're getting a pretty good chunk. I'm gonna put 1 on Linden. I guess I didn't have to put it on Linden yet. I could have connected first and put the other counter on Linden, so that was a mistake. I'm missing a point of damage by doing it this way. Do a 5, 6. So this fucking Kenrith is going to be really annoying because they can gain a pretty good chunk right now. I don't know what they're sitting on. I don't think there's a lot they can be holding up that's frightening. Bone Crusher Giant could fuck me in combat a little bit. They don't have any other creatures in the yard. Plains is not a good draw. Alright, so what happens if I attack 3 triggers? I can pump Linden all the way? I think that's what we do. If I make Linden into a 7/7, it still doesn't save us from a Bone Crusher Giant. So I'm actually going to hold off the Linden right now. They can gain a pretty good chunk of life, but we're also putting our life total like so fucking far out of the way. Maybe they should have attacked. I'm just concerned if they kill the Linden, I lose the Heliod attacking. And if they kill Linden and then deal with the Hushbringer, my board state becomes really fucking bad. So I'm not sure it's worth risking them have a Bone Crusher Giant to have killed this. Because it would have only made this into a 7/7. It would have clicked, taken 2, and then if they'd found anything else at the top of their deck to deal with the Hushbringer, like another Teferi or something, it just kind of fucking totally wrecks us. Venlox or Giant Killer. I'm playing neither of those cards. Click on the Stream Decker link on the side. And you'll see the full list. Cavalier. So Cavalier has no ETB trigger. Oh, I could have made a fucking dude that turn, couldn't I? That would have been a mistake. Wasn't paying attention to the castle. 3 mana. Just gaining 5 life? Sure. Okay, so I can think a little bit more about combat here, because I think I can... attack with everything now. Right, so I attack with everything, I make this a 6/6. 6/6. They have to chump both creatures. So... because if they double block, they just die. Yeah, so this is fine. Trigger, make you bigger. Trigger, make you bigger. Trigger, make you bigger. We are 1-0 right now. We went 2-1 against our first round opponent. Cool. Give you the lifelink. Alright, so cards to board in. Elspeth Conquers Death seems like a 100%. Banishing Light worries me a lot because it's a fairy. Things like the sideboard. Sideboards are pretty bad. At least, so I'm looking at a 6-0 standard challenge deck from the 25th. They're similar to that. Their sideboard's pretty ass against us. I'm not terribly worried about their sideboard. Question is, do I want another Gideon? Don't think I want an Elspeth. I definitely want these. Do I want Banishing Lights? I think we do want the Banishing Light. We just kind of force their hand on things. God, Gideon seems so mediocre here. We didn't board him 4 cards, so I've got to board out something. 2 of those and 2 Alseeds. So the Gideons are also better against the board wipes, though. So maybe I don't want. Maybe just. I don't fucking know. The Alseeds seem better in like creature matchups. This does not seem like a strict creature matchup, so we're gonna board those out and run with it. And it's possible I'm being aggressive on boarding these out, but I don't see a lot of other cards that seem cuttable. Like maybe you could shave like 1 Linden, 1 Daxos, and kind of like run with that. We'll keep this. This hand is pretty great. It's not a quick hand by any means, but a Johnny plus Daxos, and like all these things. Like if we just draw land, this is a very good hand. Alright, so I was gonna jam the Hushbringer this turn, but we drew the second Daxos, so I'm gonna play that. If they decide to kill it with fucking anything, I think we're fine. We just play Gideon and then pass. Fairy, you're gonna bounce the bitch. Bounce him. Bounce him. Cool with this. Right, so we're gonna jam Gideon and we'll pass. I should have upticked the Gideon. This It's been so long since I played fucking Magic, man. I'm playing a lot of like PUBG and Tarkov lately. My brain is a little out of tune. Um, one other target creature you control, so you can't target himself. That's pretty shit. No targets. Go to combat. Get the Teferi out of the way. Let's make a kitty cat. Meow. Alright, this is... Oh, so many good options here. Alright, so I just don't want to deal with this thing. We're going to Banishing Light it. Banishing Light. Come on, let it resolve. You ain't got any responses. Getting salty? Let's jam it, one of the many Daxos in our hand. Let's down tick for a kitty cat. Let's go to this shit. Let us give the attacking Primate lifelink. Let's go to Combat Wombat, Smash. So now we get to avoid Deafening Clarion, which is good. If they Teferi bounce Banishing Light, I think that's not a big deal. We get to play it again. Nothing special happens. I feel pretty good about our position here. This deck feels great. Like, we're playing as effectively 8 Ajani Primates, and I mean, like, really, this thing makes 2. This guy's making 2 Ajani Primates. Playing the new Red Wrath. I don't think so. I don't know that they want to be playing more 4-mana Wraths. They'd be better off playing Time Wipe than the 4-mana Wrath. Outside of the fact that the 4-mana, like the Red Wrath, hits Planeswalkers, I think. But I don't know how Planeswalker-driven this current format is right now. I think a lot of the decks just cave to either Time Wipe or Deafening Clarion without you worrying about it. So I think I'd rather have the Time Wipe to just cleanly answer things. Time Wipe or Shatter. You keep saying draw with Shatter, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are they double Clarioning us? Ooh, doggy. Okay. You have a 4-power dude when the board wipes. Oh, Shatter the Skies. Okay. My brain was thinking like Shatter, like destroy target artifact, and I was like, dude, I don't know what you are talking about. It's until end of turn. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll give it lifelink just for the fucking hell of it. It's possible that like I'm playing into a board wipe, but even if they spend their turn casting a board wipe right now, unless it is exactly that board wipe that you're talking about, where it does the 4-mana red one that does damage to Planeswalkers, like I'm pretty fucking content with this happening. The 4 damage one doesn't kill Daxos. It'll kill Linden and Hushbringer. Hushbringer turns off a lot of their good creatures right now. It makes them pretty ass. So I'm cool with that. And then even if they do wipe our board, like we have a copy of Daxos Nushbringer in our hand. So like if they kill all the creatures, all we lose is Linden. And we still get to attack with Gideon next turn. Okay, that is the third Clarion they've cast for the game. So our life total is huge. So technically, if they play fucking anything, the Sajani can just wreck all of it. Alright, cool. I will minus that, dude. Our board is never empty. Alright, let's give you lifelink. Let's go to town. I don't know what they're holding on to at this point. They could have something, I don't know what the fuck. Disenchant. Okay. I guess that's reasonable. So they got one card left in their hand. They're on the back burner. Yeah, this deck feels great. Like I normally like loathe like little low to the ground aggro decks, but this one does like this one just does so much to the board. It's like even if there was another creature deck to beat, like we're at fucking 43 life. Like how does another like aggressive deck beat us? I don't think it does. And this dude's drawing a card. Like, what are you drawing a card for? Like, what are you gonna do, buddy? You gonna scoop? That's what you're gonna do. Chunky white, yeah, something like that. It does feel that way. I'm not gonna go so far as to call it chonky, but they some big boys. The biggest problem is I have to play a paper standard tournament in 2 weekends. Yes, I'm leaving on the 8th of, or the 7th of February. Go play a fucking standard event, which is a mistake, I think, but it's too late now. We playing anyways. I don't want to buy any fucking standard cards. How much is this deck? Let's actually look. How expensive is this fucking deck? I don't know how many pieces I actually own. Mono white life gains. So hey, paper. The price is only about 170 bucks. That's not bad. A Johnny's are 10 bucks a piece. Gideon's are fucking ass. So the whole deck is pretty fucking cheap outside of Heliod. Heliod and a Johnny are the only really expensive cards. Cool. I might just fucking go order these things right now. Like. That's not the right of Johnny. What is this Johnny called? Johnny Strength of the Pride. You got Heliods? If you got some Heliods, I'll be buying some. I have one right now, and I probably should be picking up the rest. I really don't know how to evaluate these hands, but just like having this in my hand just makes me think I just keep it every time. Well, if you end up finding one, let me know. I will be I'll be picking them up. I might wait till this weekend to try to pick up the Heliods, and I'll try to pick them up on site. Past that. Playing against Snow. What the fuck is this? Enchantment spells you cast one less from enchantment you control when you're clear from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Interesting. Very interesting. Start with Hushbringer. I have no ETB effects right now, so I'm cool just jamming that. Okay, that is a good one. So, beginning of their upkeep, they randomly create a red and white creature with random characteristics. So, it's a 3/1 with Trample and Haste, 2/1 with Lifelink and Haste, 1/2 with Haste, and it enters the battlefield, does 1 damage to any target. So, that is actually possibly a problem for us. We do need to draw a land as well here. I'm just going to attack with the Hushbringer. We don't have a way to do anything special with the... Okay, so... It does 1 damage to any target. That's turned off when it enters... Okay, cool. So it's just a 1/2 with haste. Here's a Haktos. Chosen number is 2. That's cool. I have plenty of 2-drops to go around the table. We'll play an Alseed. We are attacking. We don't get to block Haktos this turn, but I don't think we care. Okay, them getting the 1/2s is like the best case scenario off of this thing right now. Phoenix of Ash. It's fucking annoying. Cool. There is a land. Alright, so I think we're attacking with Linden. I think we just attack with Linden. They get to... This is fucking hard. Alright, we'll throw Linden and Healer's Hawk, because if they block the Hawk, they have to throw the Starfield Mystic in front of the Linden to kill it. So we're gonna run with that. We have another Linden in the hand, so I'm not terribly upset if we lose Linden here. The Healer's Hawk dies, we get a... Okay, cool. So I'm gonna trade with the Starfield Mystic, which I'm fine with. I don't know what the Mystic can do in their deck, so there's a little bit of, like, fear of that thing. Okay. Block there, and we'll take the 2 and see what happens. They might have a way to pump this. Oh, they can just pay to pump it? Yeah, they can just pay to pump it. So, I mean, that's fine. We still trade with Haktos here, which I think is a win. Getting that thing out of the way. They'll still make this into a 6/6. Yeah. We have another Ajani in our hand, which I don't think we need yet. I think we can just play Linden and then just go to town. Okay, yeah, we're definitely just playing Linden here. So, next turn, I'm hoping to draw land so I can Ajani and hold up Alseed. What's the need for this deck? Another Outlaw's Merryman. Okay, so they're gonna try to outclass us here with some dudes. Castle Ardenvale. Why are you not? Like, I don't understand why these things aren't legendary. It just makes no fucking sense to me. So we're probably losing the Ajani again next turn. But I also think that's fine. So many blockers for these Ajani's Pride mates. Oh, if they don't have a land, they don't have a way to kill the Ajani right now. Nope, just kidding. They're gonna do it that way. Cool beans. Okay, not what I expected. If I'd been paying attention, I could have actually cracked the L-seed on that, which might have been a better play, but... we're gonna tackle both of these. Like a Molten Pinnacle, yeah. Board state's fucking annoying. You draw Banishing Light to get us kind of like back into the realm of reality here. Alright, so we're losing to Johnny. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I need to keep one of these back, don't I? I need to keep both of these back. I don't hate having a Heliod's intervention in the board. I actually don't mind that at all. What did they do? Put 2 cards on the bottom with that scry. Alright, so now we just need to make Linden huge. We can start going to combat with more than one creature, which we should be able to with Heliod and Ajani. Oh god, their board state is so fucking dumb. I feel like we're like a removal spell away from getting ranched right here. Okay, Healer's Hawk, here we go. Okay, let's do this. Healer's Hawk. Just in case I need the extra whatever the fuck. Sure, let's pump Linden. Alright, so we're at least keeping them at status quo. This game's gonna last way longer than I think it should. We're in their upkeeps, they're scrying on the upkeep. I don't know what they're looking for, which is honestly one of the scarier things. Okay. Primate is a good draw. I need to make the Healer's Hawk bigger, so I'm gonna do that. Yield. So many fucking triggers. This deck is fucking trigger happy. This thing's got reach. I'm almost in one-shot range. I actually might be able to just give this thing pro red and go to town shortly. Oh, they have a bunch of 1/1s, actually. A bunch of white creatures. But I have 2 Alseeds, so I might be able to make that work. Is this wise on your part, sir? So that maybe they're setting up for a board wipe here. Which, if they... Okay, they need to figure out what they're doing. Sure. That is the correct order of assigning things. I'm going to save this. Make it pro red. Give it the lifelink. Kill all the things. Oh, we'll just make Linden huge. We'll make the Alcee big just for the hell of it. At least if we make the Alcee big, it makes us have to hit both of the 1/2 creatures that deal a point of damage when it comes into play. Which they're getting 1 of this turn, so that's probably a good call on my part. Archon of Grace. Okay. There is another Heliod. We're just gonna go to town with everything. I'm not doing the fucking math here. Bitches be huge. Let's make Linden bigger. Let's make Healer's Hawk bigger. Linden. I'm just trying to like equalize the size of the creatures. Probably throw the last trigger on Heliod? Question mark. I don't know that this matters too much. I guess I should have probably given another creature lifelink. We have 111 life. Like, even if somehow they find parity on this board state, I do not know how they kill us. There's a primate. Let's put some more triggers on the stack. To leave the LC back still. I'm not even doing math at this point. I'm just trying to get these triggers in the stack. So I'm 100% going to say I'm not doing this optimally because this is fucking insane. This makes me like very concerned to play this in paper, in all honesty. If I could just kill all of their white creatures, the Alseed could get me in for lethal. Sure. I'll give one of them lifelink. Sure thing, boss. 5. All right. Thankfully, there's no settle the wreckage in this format anymore. Because I'm going sideways with everything next turn. Dose. Dose converted CMC is 3. Alright, we're attacking. All the triggers in the world. Make the LC big. I'm not even sure that like what I'm doing here matters in all honesty. Like I said, as long as I still have devotion, like this board state just can't die. Very riveting magic, you know? Might need some more dice. Da, da, da. Who wants lifelink? You do. And you do. Why the fuck not? You do too. Alright, our opponent's got no board state, but we've ruined our clock. Guess I'll turn off auto yields. I'm not even gonna block. I don't even care. Alright. Pretty sure this dude's just wasting our time. Can I... And save targets. Boom. Just F6ing through this turn. Dude, they're just fucking with our clock at this point. This is kind of actually asinine. That's actually super annoying if they're doing that. Alright, do that. Banishing lights come in. Creature or planesword's black or red. I don't think I want Devout Decree. I could want Devout Decree for the Phoenixes, but I don't think so. Glass Casket for the Phoenixes? I don't think I want that either, though. Alright, let's do this. Gideons might not last super long, so we're gonna board out 2 Gideons. Hushbringer probably isn't super amazing here. They don't have a lot of ETBs. And I'll board out 1 Healer's Hawk, because I've got a couple flyers and shit. So it makes me a little bit less excited about some of that stuff. Sure. Hand is keepable. You got a Starfield Mystic. We got a Primate. Let's see if you can kill it. I will not block. Double Merriment again. Yeah, it's fine. We'll kill them both. Another Mystic. I'm not going to attack this time. Getting the hasty dude this time around is actually pretty good for them. So we're probably going to lose the Ajani here, depending on how they attack. Alright, if they're just sending everything, we can't stop Ajani from dying, so we're just going to kill what we can and let things live. They definitely Clarion? Nope. Banishing Light. Okay. Banishing Light by Banishing Light. Oh, I should have played Daxos first. Oh, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, I should play Daxos first, because it wasn't a creature when it came into play. To yield to all these fucking triggers. So we're gonna get fucking outrun again by just having 11 million of these things. Fuck. Alright. Oh shit. Alright, that's a problem. Might be scooping this game up really quick. Dude, these things are just running the game over right now. All at me. We're just dead, aren't we? 9, 11, 14, 15... 9, 11, 15, 16, 15... Yeah, I'm dead. Alright, is there anything that we could have included? I don't think so. Doesn't seem exciting to me. The Banishing Lights seem necessary. Hushbringer did not feel good. I'm going to board out a Hushbringer and play a Healer's Hawk. I'm going to look for a better hand. We're sort of kind of going to find it. I'm going to dump the Hushbringer. I was looking for a hand that had a Pride Mate that could go a little bit more of the distance. It's possible I'd fucked up that game by throwing the Pride Mate away for a 2/2 and a token, but I thought I could rebound, and I did not. So here's a Pride Mate. We're going to play Linden and hope it gets big. Get a giant. Get a fry. Okay. That's actually real fucking good on their part. So... So we could get fried again here, which would be not ideal. But we're gonna make a dude. All right. Can they deal with both Pride Mates? Leave one behind on defense. Oh, more. That's shitty. Alright, so they still can't kill a Johnny yet. Until your next turn, okay, so they're gonna blow up my dudes. Oh, they gain control for as long as it. Oh, fuck. Okay. That is not what I expected that to do. I'm gonna get rid of that. That's actually problematic. So we get back the Primate this way. I'm gonna gain some life, pump the dudes. I might get boom busted again, or whatever the fuck that card is. This deck's been pretty gas so far. This is the one matchup that's been giving me a little bit of fits. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I guess it's not the worst. 3, 4. If we draw a 1-drop, we can play Heliod and turn it on. Alright, fuck it. Linden, dude. Pass the turn. It's a little bit annoying again here. That's fucking obnoxious. I'm gonna block. So like this red-white enchantment deck is fucking annoying. They haven't played one this game, but there's a 4-mana enchantment that just makes a random dude every upkeep, and they just like keep walking 2 on the board. Our first game went fucking like insanely long because they just put so many creatures on the board we couldn't get through. God fucking Christ almighty. We're gonna block. Solarville. I'm going to make a creature this next turn. That way I can try to keep a Johnny alive. Alright, cool. This puts me in a pretty good place. Do this. Make a dude. Play Heliod. I guess they don't know that we have a flyer, right? So I can just make this. I guess I'm only attacking with this right now. Yield to these triggers. That there. Yield, yield. Yield, come on. A clock. Oops, didn't tap 2 lands. I don't know that I need to protect a Johnny here, but... Okay. This doesn't feel so bad. Sure. Cool. They scooped. They stopped fucking with me. Alright. Cool. Cancel that. We are 3-0 at the moment. I am going to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Alright. Let's jump back in, keep the momentum going here. Long ass queue timer here. Where are our friends? 2 minutes in the queue. There we go. We popped. Ooh, this hand is not good. We will mulligan. Begrudgingly keep and toss a Heliod. We need a lot of things to go right for this hand to be good. So let's see if we can make that happen. Mono red devotion matchup should be pretty interesting, I think. Alright, look at all these out of order pieces of shit. Alright, here we go. So let's see if the Hushbringer lives. Need land drops pretty hard here. Steamkin. Alright, so this tells me there's an Infuriate coming down. Which I think I'm just gonna bite. Yep. So there's the Infuriate. Which I think, once again, like, I think I'm fine with that happening. Let them burn that earlier rather than later. We're gonna jam a Heliod and put the shields down for a second. If we draw a land, we can Linden an All-Seed, and then turn on Heliod for next turn. Which is obviously fragile, but we have a pretty big chance to get behind here. Oh, we have a huge chance to get behind here. Their whole fucking hand is empty. Okay. Land. Ooh-wee. Alright, cool. So, they still need to draw gas. Our hand is not amazing. It's not worth putting 5 damage and gaining a life. We're on block duty. Please be a land. Please be a land. Please play a land. If they have an Embercleave, we're just fucking dead. I can say if this was my plan, I should have led on Linden and not the Heliod. But if we get to untap from this board state, just get to fucking run them over. Okay. This is good news for those of us that like things and stuff. All right. So it might be incorrect to attack there, but we'll find out in a second. No attack. That feels pretty good. I think we're just swinging team, which might not be correct, but we're just getting in there. These yield to this. You just make Linden huge and give it lifelink. I think that's kind of my plan here. We gain 7 left off Linden. Like, I don't know how we lose here. I'll actually give the Primate lifelink, just in case they have a trick to kill the Initiate or something like that. I'd much rather be able to guarantee the lifelink. Cool. So that felt fantastic. We got a little bit behind, and then just got so fucking far ahead it didn't even matter anymore. I don't like Banishing Light so much. I guess there's reason to play Banishing Light, but I don't think I'm about that life. Primate, Daxos, all these cards are so fucking good. Gideon might be the worst card. Gideon might be pretty mediocre here. Hushbringer might yet again be one of the worst cards. Give that a whirl. This hand is terrible. This hand is better, but fragilely better. Take the Hushbringer out. We'll try to curve out here. No attack there is interesting. I think we're gonna Glass Casket the Steamkin. Just not worth the risk. Champion, sure. Everything's got first strike. I'm really not sure why I didn't attack with these. The desire to block to me seems really strange. I think we risk it again. We're going to run the Heliod out first and then follow up with Linden. It's fine. That's even more strange to me that they did that. Duh, thing is huge. You got it. These things all having first strike and then playing Infuriates is actually pretty obnoxious. Alright, so we're going to attack with the Heliod. Just because we can. I'm going to pump up the Linden. Just because we can. Alright, so that tells me they've got Infuriate, so we're not going to block. Not taking the bait with the board like this, motherfucker. So I really want to draw a land. If I draw a land, we can play Alseed, give Linden lifelink, and attack for a pretty good chunk. Gain some life. Alright. 12, 13, 14. Okay. 15, 16. So we're not dead. We're also not happy. Yeah, really wish I'd drawn a land here. Are we dead no matter what? 9, 10, 11, 8. Extra coursers? Maybe? I don't know. This is... I think we're just dead here. If they have fucking anything... If they have a fry, we get fucked. Just straight up. They don't have a fry. We actually survived this turn pretty reasonably. Come get me, home skill. Let's do this. Alright, so... Question mark, question mark. If I put 7 in front of it, they have Infuriate. We still probably die, right? So this is actually super crappy because I can't throw Linden in front of the dude. I'm gonna throw the Healer's Hawk. If they have Infuriate, we're dead no matter what. Sure. We're going to 1. This just makes dudes, right? Did I miss something? 5. This should have been 6, 7, 14. Oh, yeah. I can't fucking do math. And we couldn't block with the Linden, because if we block with the Linden, all they have to do is do the first strike damage to the Linden and to the Healer's Hawk, and they would trample over the rest because the Heliod would no longer be a creature. So that would have fucked us there. So we didn't have a way to block that would have let us live, which is unfortunate. I would like to play first. Would not like to play first with this hand, however. These hands have been letting me down here at the end. End of these matches, starting to mess with us. We'll keep this. I think again this is a Hushbringer goes away. The Alseed's also kind of like not amazing too, but yeah, because everything's got first strike. Alright. Daxos and out. That's a good card. If I was a land, where would I be? Alright, that's probably getting glass casketed. Yep, can't block that. Land. No, not a land. Alright. Alright, let's glass casket. Let's get this thing off the fucking table. Emberth is pretty good here. Yeah, we got game 1. Game 2, we got Ember Cleaved. This is game 3. They've got good sideboard cards against us, so this mono red deck is definitely prepared, which is good for them. I feel like they should be attacking with this. Sure. You pumped the dude. Planes, thank you. Yield to those. You've got a Bone Crusher Giant. And a Rimrock Knight. Does he have to attack each turn? No. Alright, so... here is Heliod. He's a creature. Let's make Daxos bigger, because why the hell not? Gonna attack. Four, 7, 8. So they can't do much to it. I'm gonna try to make Linden bigger here. If I could give this lifelink this turn, I would have pumped him. But I think what we're doing here is fine. This is like what I feel is a good board state. We're dead to Fry, and that's really all that I'm crazy afraid of. They can attack with the Unchained Berserker, but that's really the only exciting thing they can do. Still really wish we drew a fucking land here. Pump this. 2, 5, 9, 10, 11. So theoretically, I just pump this once. Get Linden a little bigger. I'm not even sure I need to gain any life here. I might not even have to go lifelink quite yet. I might be able to just... yeah, that makes the most sense here. Here's Hawk will be the thing we want to pump next turn. There being no Chain Whirler in this format makes my life just so much fucking happier. So now we can play the Alseed. Let's pump the Healer's Hawk. So they are getting close to dead on board here. A 5-creature trample for white. I'm not sure what that would look like. I mean, you do have Kenrith. Yeah, this is standard we're playing. Right, I should have the title set. Title set is standard? God, don't make me think I'm going crazy. Yeah, let's just exile this. I do think I want that land, so we'll leave that on top. Let's go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. Do I also send Linden? I feel like I don't. I feel like I can't send Linden yet, which is a little awkward. I really would like to send Linden. Alright, cool, they're conceding. 4-0. This deck is nuts. I am gonna finish ordering cards for this that I need. Why does this keep fucking backing out? So High Tide, there is a white creature that does give trample, but it has a green ability to do so. So the Kenrith, the 5-mana 5/5, I think the well, maybe it's a red ability. I think red is give it haste and trample. Now I'm curious. Match. Kenrith the Return King. Yeah, red is the only activated cost. All creatures gain trample and haste on end of turn. So technically there's a white card that does it. It just is not only white. If you want to let me borrow a Heliod, I think that gets me close enough. I'm just buying the cards. A lot of these are things I want to get for Pioneer anyways, so. I don't love this hand, but I've got lands and I've got spells. It is possible this hand's pretty weak. The curve doesn't feel terrible, but we will find out. We're on a plains does not excite me. So, Fabled Passage in the Swamp, this makes me think they're on Black-Red Sacrifice or Jun's Sacrifice. So I think that answers my question. I am not going to play that Mobilized District yet in case I draw a Linden next turn. So the Hushbringer stops a lot of their shenanigans. So the Hushbringer is actually pretty MVP against this deck. There's a lot of really strange like ATB triggers, like the cat, Woe Strider, what's her nuts, the triple black chick. I forget her name, but the triple black chick that every time a creature enters the battlefield under their control, they drain one, and they can tap and sack it to draw a card, or tap and sack a creature to draw a card. Oh, that's annoying. Their emotes can just be like, nice. Alright, so playing Gideon next turn is not what I want to do. I assume they're playing something else this turn. No, they're not playing anything else this turn. We will jam the Gideon. Ayara, yes, that is the triple black drop that I was talking about. So this Gideon doesn't do a whole lot. It's going to get smashed for 2. That was a blowout right there to claim the Firstborn. That did not feel good. No other legal targets, correct. And we are passing the turn. Yeah, last time I played a Gideon with no targets, I just like played it and passed, wasn't even thinking, so I forgot to uptick it. Like a fucking stooge. Okay, there's the Woe Strider. So like I said, the Hushbringer would have been great. However, we did not get to keep the Hushbringer. I did not mean to click on that. That was awkward. This doesn't particularly matter. Attack for 4. So I'm gonna -2 the Ajani. The 2/2 blocks all the creatures they've got coming in. So if they send the Woe Strider and the Gutter Bones, we can just block the Woe Strider and take 2 on whatever it is that he sends the Gutter Bones at. It's also possible they just jam like a Corvald here and just totally wreck us, but... Jesus Christ, stop. That's obnoxious. So this is the mono red, like mono red enchantment deck we played against playing these two. This card actually might be really good. I didn't think this card was very good, but I might be changing my mind. Yep. Yep. And our hand is just a bunch of lands. I should have played the Heliod. literally shows a cooking in process? What the fuck are you talking about? I can't see what's happening here, but it's like two guys feuding. They're all bowing, and they're all going to town. I don't know what you talking about. God, we are so fucking dead here. Holy shit, this deck is wrecking us. Johnny, what do you do? I don't know what the Sajani does. I think the Sajani does strictly nothing. We're gonna play it and find out. Oh, dude's stealing the dude's wife? Okay. Quick, tap your creatures. It's not impossible that we could still win this game. 5. Just kidding. Just kidding. Elspeth actually seems good here. Devout Decree seems good here. Glass Casket seems good. Less excited about Banishing Light, I think. Creatures are planeswalkers. So this doesn't hit the Achrome War, and the Banishing Light does. I like the Elspeth Conquers Death. The Gideons again seem bad. Hushbringer seems good. I'm actually boarding in too much. Johnny's a little bit less exciting. The Elspeth just like makes a bunch of blockers that makes it a little bit harder for them to do what they're doing. Maybe I don't need the Conquer's Death. There weren't that many 3CMC or bigger things that they were playing with. We only have to shave a couple things this way. Shave like this. Is the evasion worth keeping? Yeah, we'll shave like this. I don't know that that's correct either. We'll give this a whirl. What is the downside on the 1-mana threaten effect? The 1-mana threaten effect only hits creatures that are 3CMC or less, I think. Ew, this hand is terrible. God, I know I'm gonna draw fucking a plains on a goddamn Linden here. Let's keep a bottom and Alseed. We'll keep both glass caskets. Witch's Oven. Two Witch's Ovens. Okay. Aldrin Familiar. It's a little bit annoying. Literally can't do jack shit right this second, so we're about to just get drained out by a kitty cat. How am I supposed to beat this deck, I wonder? They're already gaining more life than me, and I am not a fan. This double oven single cat thing is fucking annoying. Sorry about that. I like literally can't attack with fucking anything here. Guess let's do that. I'm not sure quite how I get stuffed here. I'm sure something bad can happen to me. I'd really like to have this Ajani live till our next turn. It would be very ideal. If we get to uptick the Ajani next turn, I feel a lot better about trying to win this game. The current moment, not so much. Could you imagine how big this fucking Ajani's Pride would be if we'd flickered that Cauldron Familiar this many times? Pride would be huge. Yo, are we still in our main phase? I'll turn off the auto yields in case they do it again. If they crack this thing again during our main phase, I'm gonna glass casket it. That might fuck up in a second. What are you doing? Do it again. Do it again. Oh man. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Oh boy, did you mess up. Thank you for turning my glass casket on. Gotcha, bitch ass. Wait till the end step. So they did that during my main phase, which gave me back priority. I guess they weren't thinking that I had an interaction. They were mistaken. We did have to turn off the all-seed sacrifice ability for that, though. So hopefully that doesn't bite us too hard. So we can just F6 through this turn. We're not doing anything else. That's unfortunate. So we're going to lose... I think I just block. We lose the Pride Mate here, but I keep the Ajani around. Alright, so we're looking better again. We're gonna glass casket and try to hit the Woe Strider. They're gonna sacrifice it and make food off of it, but we get to at least attack here a little bit. Scry 1. Oops, I want the game log. Alright, they bottomed. They make a food here. Fucking witch. I don't think there's any way to like fight the Witch and Zevens with this deck, I don't think. So hopefully I don't get Firstborn or a Chrome Ward here. That would be the... Firstborn would suck, because the Firstborn kills the Johnny too. If they have the Chrome War, it still kind of sucks, but... Alright, cool. This stops a lot of the stuff. Sure, so they take 5 total this turn. I guess they have all these food too. Like we're getting pretty aggressive here, but it's still not super aggressive. They've got a lot of cards they can burn through still. Destroy target planeswalker. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, so they're still down to 1 card, 2 cards now in their draw step. They have Lockwing to draw, but we have a pretty aggressive setup here, so I don't know what their last card is. Priest of Forgotten Gods, sure. Not much you can do with that right now. We're going to put in some pretty good amount of damage here. Keep the 12. Actually, I can attack with the All-Seed, right? No, because they have the food tokens. Let's not do that. They have an effective 21 life, essentially, because of the food. So our opponents are not dead yet, but they are certainly a lot closer to it. Okay. Still chunking them pretty hard here. If all they do is keep drawing Priest of the Forgotten Gods... Drawing a card with Lockwing? Doesn't seem smart. Oh, they're getting the Woe Strider back. Okay. That seems much smarter. So we need to find a way to gain life. That is a great one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. So I think we just attack with everything. Whatever they block with the Woe Strider, we're going to just give it pro-black. I do not want these Ajani's Primates to die quite yet. Oh, I should have counted that out better. That turning off the Heliod actually might fuck us. Sure. Scry. We're gonna gain no life this turn. And we're gonna pass. They put a blocker in front of both creatures, and both creatures were gone by the end of combat, or by combat damage would have been dealt. The active priest could be a problem, though. If they draw another Woe Strider... Yep. I should have gone after the other primate because that one gives us pips for this. So if we draw any creature, god damn it. This attack? I feel like that was an interesting choice. One that I wouldn't have necessarily made. This is going to cost 2 to activate. And I can't get anything lifelink. I think, fuck it. God, they have so many fucking food tokens. Yeah, there's no way that you don't have enough things to make Protean Hulk worth it in an EDH deck, especially a Marin deck. Like, even if you just get, like, a 3-drop and another 3-drop, like, you still have gotten a shit ton of value out of Protean Hulk. Like, you don't need to be getting a bunch of 1-drops. So, I think I'm pretty okay if they make a sack a dude here. We lose the token Primate, which is fine. Because they're going to take a shit ton of damage here. I guess they can activate the castle, hope to draw something. Probably should crack the passage first there, buddy. Woe strike. God, fuck! So many goddamn things to stop me from killing them. Oh, this is obnoxious because I can't gain any life. Let's turn on the district. I will activate on the Primate. I will guarantee that I can get some lifelink here. If they choose to trade here, I think I'm also fine, and I'm not making a fucking food. There's so many fucking food tokens in play, though. Alright, Heliod. Doesn't particularly matter too much. That is the first time that Heliod has been able to activate this turn and actually gain me life, which is insane. So they are going to activate the Priest of Forgotten Gods probably on their next turn. We'll have to sacrifice that Primate token again. I could gain life off of Ajani if I upticked Ajani, but I downticked Ajani to make a token because I expected them to have enough value to activate this Priest of Forgotten Gods again next turn. So I've been down ticking for a token instead of gaining life to do that. I need to go wide here, right? Like they're making so many blockers that I cannot physically punch through. So it's like it's near impossible for me to actually deal damage to my opponent, because every time I go to combat, all I'm doing is attacking, and not a lot is actually happening. They have no cards. They can gain 6 life. They can gain 8 life this turn. God, fucking this math is annoying to actually like play through too. All right, doing this is good, I think. Oh, they can gain fucking 9. They can crack 3 foods this turn with the priest mana. Sure, let's go there. Yeah, I'm sacking this Pride Mate. There's no point pumping here because they're gonna make a food. They've drawn a card. Jesus Christ. And the other thing too is like they can get Woe Strider and Gutterbones back next turn. This Gutterbones enters tapped, I guess. I don't have a White Castle. As nice as it would be to have one. This is... I need to go to all of this. They're gonna take 5. I get to pump something. Doesn't particularly matter. They have drawn 10 cards more than us this game, just churning through with Midnight Reaper, Priest of the Forgotten Gods. I feel like they've been on the back pedal. This is fucking shitty. So this is gonna kill the Ajani. This might actually just kill us too, but... So we still get to keep Heliod active depending on how many sack triggers they can get, which is probably a lot. This deck is fucking rage-inducing. Yeah, dude, you got it. You don't even need to fucking attack that Ajani. Get after my face, dude. If we draw Linden... I don't even know what drawing a Linden does, in all honesty. We're still just getting, like, cock-blocked on the board, not being able to connect for any damage. Healer's Hawk would have been a good one. Creature with flying and evasion would have been pretty MVP. So, not a single creature connects this turn. We legit might just die because we can never have a creature actually connect with our opponent's face. They're going to get a ton of life here from all of this too, which is also the nuts part. Ton of life, ton of damage output. Each Cauldron Familiar is 2 points of damage in a life game for them, so it's like a 3-point swing. They're at 32 cards. It's not likely they'll deck themselves. This is game 2. If we lose this game, we'll lose the match 0-2, but they only got 6 minutes left on the clock. Turn off auto yields. They might actually let this thing If they let this go, we lose the Pride Mate. Oh, fuck, if we lose the Pride Mate, like, we could turn a Heliod off too. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is so bad. What? I'm not sure that we were supposed to have lost that. I'm pretty sure they had ways to block that would have got them out of that. Alright, how the fuck? Do we need to have the banishing lights just for the goddamn food things? Devout Decree did not seem amazing because they can just sack everything in response. Banishing Light seems better. Elspeth. I don't know if going wide is correct. The Ajani still seem better. Glass Casket is mediocre, I think. The only thing the glass... It's just the fucking... The goddamn Witches Oven just turns everything off. Alright, we're bringing this other Hushbringer. Board out an Alseed. Let's board out 2 Alseeds. I could board out a Heliod since it doesn't really do a lot. Oh, it's too late now. Maybe it was correct to board out like one of the 4 Heliods, especially on the draw. Like, it is a very good card, but at the same time, it does fuck all. Cool. Let's just draw lands this game. I'll say, is Nate tuned in? Oh, I know I'm gonna get land fucked in the last match of the night. Alright. The late Healer's Hawk, as always. Tibble, sure. You got me. The real question is, they down tick the Tybalt. I feel like they're supposed to. I feel like keeping the thing alive is actually not that great. I want to go after this priest. If they don't have a sack outlet, it's a big deal for us. Back Tybalt. Our hand is awkwardly full of 3-drops. So I'm pretty sure my next turn's gonna be Banishing Light on the priest again. Because I really don't think I can let them have an active priest. I think an active priest is gonna get this game out of hand very fast. The rest of their board is not very threatening. So if this is really all they're working with, I'm not that unhappy about it. Reveler, sure. Discard a Reveler, draw some cards. Alright, we're gonna activate Heliod. Let's get Tybalt out of the way. This is where they... Oh, no? I don't think they should have attacked with that. I think they actually should have left that on block. Oh, they can just sack it anyways. It doesn't really matter. I think we just let that happen. I want to leave the L seat up. Deal to this shit. Yield. I guess we'll make Linden bigger. So even despite their clock being nothing, I still feel pretty good about this game right now. The fact that we were able to keep them off of a sack outlet for like 4 turns was a big deal. The late Witch's Oven, I think, was pretty important for us. We'll leave the all seed back for now. Why would you wait till now to kill that? I'm gonna protect it. Throw black. So many triggers. Sure. Alright, cool. A cool 5-0 with the mono white deck. Hushbringer is very good against that sack deck, but I don't know that it's good enough. I feel like we need to have another plan for that deck, and I don't know what that plan is right this second. It honestly might be something as simple as like a Sorcerer Spyglass. Leyline on the Void, like if we really wanted. You're watching and I have lands. Yeah, I had lands and you were watching. I checked. When I opened that hand and I drew that first plains for turn, I assumed I was gonna get fucked on lands. I don't know. This deck felt fucking great. The all seeds were very good. Intervention love taps those cauldrons. Dude, I just don't know. Like if I played the intervention, I'm going after the cauldrons and the Achrome War. I just don't know that it's worth bringing in, right? And so in that game, right, they drew a late cauldron. So if that game and I had my hand was a Sun God's Intervention or whatever the fuck it is, then I wouldn't have been able to answer the 2 Priests of Forgotten Gods. So the Banishing Lights let us answer the Priests of Forgotten Gods, where the intervention wouldn't have done shit there. So like I don't know. I don't know if that's the answer. I don't hate the concept. I don't hate the idea. But I just don't know that that's the answer. I'll have to think about it a little more. There's got to be something you can play that helps that matchup a little bit, because that matchup seems fucking not good. That matchup does not seem great at all to me. Like I even when I was pushing the pace of the game, I felt like I was so fucking far behind. Like that game too. I mean, like I attacked how many times with like 3 or 4 creatures that were all of reasonable size, and every single time it just like not a single creature would connect. Like it was so hard to push in like any points of damage there. So I don't really, I don't know. Play the spear gives your dudes trample. I mean, actually, I don't hate that idea. The spear as a sideboard card might be better. I I feel like the Elspeth is supposed to be for the blue-white matchups, but I feel like Elspeth sucks in the blue-white matchup. Um, I could easily see Elspeth becoming a spear. I really am not impressed by Elspeth. Elspeth Sun's Nemesis does not impress me. I don't think there was a single match I played tonight where I was like, wow, I really wish I could make some 1/1s. Like, I I don't I can't imagine a world that I'm excited to cast this card. So I don't know what this purpose is. If it's good against the blue-white decks, I don't think it's going to be good against the Dream Trawler decks. I think the Dream Trawler decks are going to run all over whatever fucking thing that you're doing with an Elspeth. So I just really don't know what the fuck this card is for. Um, I don't know that I would change much outside of those 2 Elspeths being just fucking anything else. The Gideons, I could easily see shaving a single Gideon, do something else. This felt like it could have been very powerful. We didn't see it at all tonight. Devout Decree seems like a necessary evil, but also didn't seem very good. The glass caskets felt way better than Devout Decree did. I'd almost rather have a 4th casket over the first decree. Dude, I don't fucking know. That was one of my questions when I first pulled it up. The Tomics, I do not know what they do. The only thing I can think of for the Tomics, I don't know. Like we do have Lotus Field in this format, but like there's no deck doing anything with lands in the graveyard that I can think of. There's maybe 1 card that targets lands in the format. Excuse me. In the ramp deck, there's the 2-mana enchantment that you can put on a forest, and it makes the forest tap for an extra green. It stops that, but I really don't know the home for this card. I didn't board it in once. I could easily see these 5 cards being something else. I wonder if like there's room for some graveyard hate, right? So like, if we were to cut like 2 or 3 of these cards in some combo and play the new like wannabe relic card, because like that card would have been good against the mono black deck, or the sacrifice deck. It would have been good against like the other mono black things. Dude, you're all about the intervention, but I really don't think the intervention's that great. I don't hate the intervention. Like I think that there's definitely room for it, and I think that playing one of the interventions could be fine, because there is a blue-white deck that does revolve around playing a bunch of enchantments. Whatever, like the card's probably fine in a lot of matchups. I like the spear. I like the bad relic. I could easily see bringing in like 1 spear and 2 or 3 of the bad relics in this pile, like, and pretty easily cutting fucking like these 4 cards and just saying goodbye to them. Maybe I keep 1 Elspeth just to find the one day where it's finally good. I don't fucking know. Like I said, someone can prove me wrong. I still have not been very impressed with Elspeth. Elspeth seems like the worst planeswalker in the deck by far, and the worst 4-drop that you can play. Like I just can't fathom a world in which tapping out for this Elspeth is going to feel good. All right, I'm gonna call it quits on this deck. So I'm all in. This deck is gas. This deck is great. There's a Pioneer version of this deck too that's pretty close to this, and I hadn't seen a Pioneer version playing these Johnnies yet, but I think those probably stay. Like most of this pile of stuff actually is just the freaking, like almost all of this translates over to the Pioneer deck. I'm trying to think of what the Pioneer deck actually has that this doesn't. Yeah, with the ballistas. Yeah, that's right. You get the ballistas. That's what you're missing. So you add 4 walking ballistas. You get to play the ballista combo with Heliod. I saw one of the lists that was only playing 3 Heliods and 4 walking ballistas, but like I can't just play 4 Heliods. Heliod's so good. If you ever resolve a Heliod and then follow up with a Linden and then just fucking go sideways, like your board is huge. You're gonna win the game. Green for Coco. I would like Coco more if it could also find me Walking Ballista, but I do like the concept because you have 2 very important 3-drops that you want to hit. So like between Linden and Heliod, like that's a pretty big Coco hit there. I assume that was the only green card they were playing. Only one you saw? Okay, cool. I'm gonna sign off this video.